Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on Wreckfest with some more wacky motorsport. Yes, the Vandal has recently come to the game, which is a rather cool vehicle. I haven't actually driven it up until now, so I figured I'd have a go with a field of them, because apparently they're very good fun to go racing with. Here is the hope, at least. Oh, I don't want to be on the outside through here. I mean, when we say go racing with, there's probably going to be some crashes along the way. Of course, there's a teddy bear in my screen at the moment. I have a dragon on the bonnet. I didn't want something on the roof of this because it's quite difficult to see sometimes with the roof ornaments. They're fun, but they can actually completely ruin your visibility. So I went for the dragon that sits on the bonnet of the vehicle. You might have just about seen it at the start. We are in the middle of a 3-wide with vans. Oh, don't play with that Armco barrier. Oh, this is the really dangerous corner on the inside that I think the black van found. The dip. Oh, there's 3 of them gone over. Maybe even 4 of them have gone over. A lot of rolls occurred through that section. I found a tyre bundle. Now, on this sort of circuit, we're probably going to race actually quite sensibly. You see, the joy of Wreckfest is, yes, you can have lots of crashes. It can be fun. Most impressive thing of all, though, is that you can actually have some very, very good racing. Of course, because, well, collisions are done sensibly on this game, done properly, you could say. And that actually means you can have some really, really good fun racing. When something does go wrong, you have a spectacular crash, of course. But it does mean you can actually have some really good racing, and that's what we're kind of hoping these vans might be good for, actual wheel-to-wheel racing, when on a circuit like this. You see, people seem to get confused that with Wreckfest you're supposed to crash all the time, and well, that's all very well and good. Could I have torpedoed Ninetales into that corner? Yeah. Would I have lost more positions than I would have gained? Yeah. So, for this, I don't really want to do that. You know, at the end of the day, I'm going to try and do some, well, I say try and make my way up through the field. Certainly not going to win any races doing that, unless it is at a special sort of circuit. Things like Crash Canyon, maybe, where there's going to be a large rate of attrition around here. You're just not going to see that. We might be trying to sneak up the inside of Scotty. It's 3 wide in the final corner. Ninetales is going to get hung out to dry on the outside. I don't know whether Scotty was trying to crowd me or whether we just got connected and Scotty couldn't steer. That's also quite easy to do on this game sometimes. Ninetales wants to duck underneath. Ah, there's a teddy bear in the screen again. Oh, well, we're going up that inside line. I didn't want to do that because there's a rock on the inside. Ninetales found it and got airborne. Danger Man's come to join in the party here. The top 2 are getting away a little bit. There was a nudge over the... oh, find a gear, forward gear, go, 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 go. So there's a nudge over the bump that sent us all into trouble. Have I taken heavy damage at the front? I've taken a little bit of damage. Now, I am driving this on the intense damage setting because it's kind of entertaining, really. That's what we've gone for. It's a little bit ridiculous. It does mean that stuff can get quite broken very quickly here. I say not to. It's not enough to kind of wreck races immediately, but heavy crashes can lead to you going out quite quickly, or, you know, bits of the van can end up in a very, very wonky angle. It's just a bit of fun. When we're doing fairly short races, it's more for entertainment, fun times than anything else. I'm going to brush the wall. Oh, there was a millimetre, maybe, if that, between me and the wall. Okay, we're all a little bit more spread out, and so unfortunately my 3rd place is looking a little bit more difficult to achieve here, especially if Scotty gets up the inside. This is not a corner you want to be too wide on. That's a very tight line for the bright green vehicle. It's fine. Can we get a 4th place? That is the question. From back here, we're not going to do anything into this corner, but I'm trying to take a... So I'm taking a bit of a tighter line. It sort of worked. We've got a little bit of speed. I do like this track. This is a good fun circuit, actually, to go racing around. I like the dangerous rolly corner that we're coming up here. It's like, how brave dare you be? It is a flat-out corner, but if you do duck too much to the inside, and everyone forgets about it being a rolly corner the first time you go back to this circuit. Everybody forgets that corner will do nasty things to your van. We had a really good start to this lap, and it's all fallen away a little bit here. The van's actually pretty good to drive, I will say. Apparently it can be quite good in certain classes. Upgrading cars on Wreckfest can always be a bit funky. But my front right corner is really, really weirdly broken. It's almost like the front right's just missing. It's being pushed back, but it looks like it's just sort of missing a chunk out of the car. Oh, that's a wonky, terrible line through there. It's trying to be too greedy. It's annoying. It's annoying when you're close. I'm so close to being able to get into range to try something, but I'm not quite there yet. And that's a lot of what's going on here. Like, 1st and 2nd are at that same sort of distance as well, when they're close, but they just are not quite able to make anything happen. And we are going to, unless there's a mistake, I'm going to be super aggressive across there trying to make up some speed. We bounced onto 2 wheels, but nothing terrible. I mean, we've made up, yeah, we got a little closer. If I hadn't made a couple of mistakes, maybe we'd be there at the final corner to have a dive. But there is nothing more we can do. An unfortunate collision between 3 wide over some bumps got the better of me. We got recovered pretty quickly, though, which is not too bad. So we end up in a 5th place. Ugh. Is anything particularly poorly? I mean, not Bumpy's. Oh, Bumpy's is not happy. Something went wrong with that. That's had a big crash somewhere around the lap. That's a sad sight of a van. The rest of the van's mostly quite normal. That's had a rough day. That's definitely had a rough day. So, we're better to test out the vans than a figure of 8 circuit. Yes, we've come to the tarmac concrete figure of 8 track. I've actually got quite a nice spot on the grid here because we can go up the inside through all of this mess and probably pick up a decent number of positions. But be careful. Of course, we don't let too many vehicles back past us through this next corner where things might go wrong. Massive roll behind us. We just saw that one go on. That's somebody very much in trouble. Now, the figure of 8 is the thing with these is, for a while, it probably won't be all that mad. However, there will come a point. There will come a point where it will. There'll be enough mistakes or a couple of crashes, and something's going to be far enough back that it starts hitting the crossover points. And once that starts happening, then all sorts of hell is going to break loose, and you're never sure, because it really depends on just how manic the race has gone up until that point as to when the crossover chaos begins. I've worked my way to the lead, actually, in all of this, which is relatively nice. We've got to be a little careful that we don't let Ninetales get underneath, but of course, being the leader, well, that means I'm the first to experience a crossover, which means I might have to go on the brakes like that to not crash into somebody, and I would much rather brake than take the jump. However, there's going to be, I'd much rather brake and than take the hit, if you will. However, of course, you're going to get caught by the vans behind. These things drive pretty good. I can't, handling wise, I've really got no criticisms of it whatsoever. We are going to go across in front because Ninetales is going to get smacked in that one. It's a big hit for Ninetales. In fact, that's going to put Ninetales a long way back. In some ways, it has actually almost sorted out some of the crossover mess that's been going on. There's a little bit of a lag, unfortunately, occurring. Yeah, we have actually sort of calmed ourselves down in this little group for the moment. It often might get a little crazy towards the end of the race. Yeah, here is the problem part now. Oh. That was... I don't even know how we timed that quite as well as we did. I thought I was going to hit the door of that van, I'll be honest. We are going to be ahead this time around, but it's only just. Someone's got missing a wheel from their van ahead of us. Is that Ninetales? Is that what's left of Ninetales' van? I can't tell. The nameplate's not quite loaded in. Oh, no! I wasn't ahead of it. I thought I was. I should have got on the brakes. Oh, we were so close to being ahead of it. I just misjudged it, and that's all it takes. We've got a massive dent in the door of our vehicle. I thought I was going to be clear of it, and I wasn't. I'm annoyed at myself a little bit, but it's what happens. This is what happens at this circuit. Yeah, I should have braked. I do think if I had braked, I might have actually lost the place anyway. I think I would have lost the place, but I wouldn't have got rolled and fallen to 6th. Although, pretty sure Childish was the one who inherited the lead from me and is now also in this group. So, or maybe they got hit elsewhere at another point in the lap. Who knows? With this circuit, a lot goes on around the figure of 8. I mean, we are in the thick of the action now. We're going to try and have a dive up the inside. We kind of get past Longbow, but we've got to try and get to the inside. Oh, there's been a mess up here. That's a wreck, actually, of someone's van that was rolling down the road. Oh, no! Oh, well. We managed to reverse. We managed to roll it back across the across the track in front of Longbow. Whoop! And you can put you back the right way around, but we will get past you. It's gone wrong this race. It was looking so good for a while, and then it just fell apart at the end. Unfortunately, it is the way it goes sometimes. The figure of 8 is a vicious track. It fell apart for us. Look at the state of the side of my van. We got to the lead. We had actually really good runs to the lead as well. We had a good battle up to that point. And then it all fell apart. Did I get fastest lap of the race? I think I did, actually. It's a 21.5, which is quite nice. Some close lap times, but yeah, 21.5. Looks pretty good. Silly mistake, but the van is good fun. So, we're heading back to a normal circuit for this next race to see what might transpire here. We've got an okay... Actually, no, not a bad spot on the grid at all. While we're a couple of rows back, we do get to go to the inside. Oh, I don't think Impega quite realised how dangerous it was going to be to move across on that. Unfortunately, we got kind of punted clear by everyone else. Got to be careful of some of the walls. Some of the walls stick out around this track. This is one of my favourites. I do like this track. Oh, that's a wall there that I didn't want to end up in. I was saying about being careful of the wall. I forgot there was a wall further down. I knew there was a wall. Concrete wall kind of the exit of turn 1 catches people out. But yeah, this is a good fun track. There's a kind of split route at the end of it that you've got to be very mindful of. It's very easy to overdrive, shall we say, into this split route. I think the faster route is to dive out wide through the dirt. Oh, but if you get it wrong, you end up on the banking. Impega ate a tyre wall on the way in and got turned. Someone's fallen over further back. As you would expect, it's a FailRace video, we're on Wreckfest in vans, someone's falling over at some point. Yeah, that's the wall that catches out a lot of people, because I think that's where you normally have the racing line, you normally wander out in that particular direction. Again, over there by the ambulance, yeah, that's also kind of on the racing line, a smidge. Can we catch up? I mean, it's 3 wide for the lead again. In fact, Scotty's going to lose out to both Liam and Ninetails in all of that, but the more they fight, the more I can catch, and the more Childish in 5th is going to come and join us as well. We might have a 5 van battle. Van car. You know what? Who cares? 3 wide is not going to fit into there, guys. I can tell you that much. Nope, it didn't work. Thank you. No, not thank you. Land on your wheels, you bugger. Almost thank you. It's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. I thought I was... Oh, some lag has got on. Oh, we got it absolutely spot on. We navigated all the traffic, apart from we didn't beat the course. I didn't even think I was going to be high enough on the banking part there to fall over. No. And my only hope is they have another big crash, because that's all I got. I mean, Liam has actually come out of that with a lead, so no one got out of that scot-free, but some of them got out without having to reset. If I could have landed on my wheels, it would have been okay, but no. No, we had to get stuck on our side. And that's what I was saying, it is dangerous in this route if you overdrive on the way in. It's tempting too, trying to make speed, but yeah, there can catch, it can bite, and it can give you a lot of trouble. So we're going to try it, well, hopefully not to that. Some stealing of dynamite going on up there. I don't know if it's actually a position or not, quite probably, I would think. So yeah, they can crash, that's fine by me. You want to have some bumps along the way, and that'll be the top 4. Yes, it is for position. Okay, we might try and buy into this a little bit here. There'll be a little gap on the inside that we're going to find and fire our van through. Okay, we're up to 6th place now. What are the lead 4 going to do? They've only got 1 more lap, so if they're going to have any moves made, they're going to have to make them pretty quickly. Oh, and Scotty has ended up in the wall, in a bad place. We are going to not fall over this time. Scotty has... Oh, Chris has gone over. I'm not the only one. I mean, I wasn't the only one because someone fell over on the first lap. But, yeah, it's easily done. That's a 5th place now for us. Can we make any more progress? I don't think so. We're a little shonky through that final corner, which has put us too far back from Gliska to try anything. It's really if the top 3 have a big squabble and a big crash. That's pretty much how we get any further up. The only way we win this race is if the 3 of them get stuck in the final corners, and I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're far enough apart. There might be a little push, but there has been somebody into. There has been a very big crash actually into all of this. I thought it only looked like a little shunt from further back. Well, there we go. We choose a podium. I said that. It's like I knew. To be fair, from that point, that was literally the only way we got any further up. There was just too much fighting going on through that final section, that final narrow section. Liam ends up 6th after all that. That's very, very unlucky. Scotty ended up further back. I say it's brutal. When things go wrong, they go wrong. Oh, that's a broken van. And we've seen that roll already. Stevie's is also very busted. That's why we leave intense damage on, because funny things like that happen. That's very poorly. Some shunting across the line. Oh, and Chris has finally got reset. God, no. Maybe jumping the split route upsets the tracking. I don't know. Either way, that was carnage. And we lucked a podium. So, for the final outing with the vans, we have come to Crash Canyon, of course. We're going to try and survive 8 laps around here. There's a bear on the screen again. Of course there is. Crash Canyon is one of those... I love Crash Canyon. It will forever really be Crash Alley. Was the best circuit from the old flat-out games for just sheer carnage. Now, sometimes it doesn't end up being carnage. However, by the looks of what's gone on further back, the field is already starting to get split up. The more spread out the field gets, the quicker it descends into complete anarchy. Basically, because for a little while it's perfectly safe to drive in the oncoming lane. It doesn't matter, because there's nothing heading down there, which means if things go wrong, well, you've got a perfectly safe get-out-of-jail-free card. Whereas when there are cars rushing towards you in the oncoming lane, well, you have to be a little bit more careful, although I think we've actually kind of sorted it out quite nicely. This is not a terrible circuit to drive around when things aren't going chaotically. Oh, is that a wreck of a van stuck? I think it might be. Well, it might still be there. It might be a... Well, someone might have controller or something issues, I don't know. There was definitely a stuck thing. Oh, and I'm pointing the wrong way. Well, that's not ideal for me. That's not ideal for me at all. Oh, we will duck back into our side of the road as we slip down to 8th place. We're going to have to hope for some chaos. Oh, there's a damage to somebody's van there. I don't know if that was Liam's, I think. Whatever it was, it's not in a good shape anymore. Yeah, we're going to have to hope for mayhem. Someone's fallen quite a long way back. That's had some serious whacks. I think it's easy now because we got used to a couple of laps of being able to run. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I've actually lost an entire side of my van from that. I've lost a front wheel. Things have gone badly for me. Okay, no, the front wheel is still attached. Thanks, game, for that little lag. I mean, from that angle, it almost looks like it's okay. Just don't look at the other side. I literally have no van on the left-hand side anymore. Oh, well, that's fine. Maybe. We're a bit broken. I'm sorry, Longboat. I did not... Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong up here. There's a lot of vans down. Ninetales is being worn as a hat. We jump up to 2nd place. I don't even know what went on in that one. No, don't batter the already quite broken van. Oh, Ninetales has had enough and is going. So you can go the other way around the loops if you want. Sometimes vans that are further back, vehicles that are further back, might get bored and fancy making life more difficult for those of us still racing. And that might involve going the wrong way around the loops. You've got to be careful for them. Come on, can we get... Oh, laggy vans again. Can we get this busted thing to a victory? Is that someone stuck on their side? Now, if that's a wreck... It is a wreck, actually. Okay. So, wrecks can pose their own hazard on Crash Canyon. That's why it normally gets a lot busier towards the end of the race. As more and more vehicles go out, you find that what's left of them littering the track actually makes things difficult. You have to start dealing with, well, the wrecks. You've got to navigate around them, which then puts you in dangerous situations. Oh, that's not fun times. But we can actually still get a good run. See, I quite like running very, very high up on the banking there. There's a pink van in a very, very bad condition. Oh, I don't know whether that was aimed at us or whether it was just bouncing and out of control. Whatever it was, it's... oh, Scotty got some debris under that. Lost a lot of speed. There's now an upside-down pink and white thing in trouble. We have got a couple more laps, actually. We're not entirely out of this. You know, we are definitely not entirely out of this with what's left of our van. See, I'm happy to try this really wide line here. Don't normally... I wouldn't normally take it if I had vans behind me. Like, if I was Scotty, I probably wouldn't want to risk that, because it's easy to get torpedoed and easy just to get pushed out wide, but it might be a way to find some lap speed around here, especially in a slightly busted van. No, not quite got it here. We may have to go for... We've got the exit, though. No, not quite. Not quite yet. We're right there. We're literally right on the bumper. However, there is... Oh, that's a wreck. That's a wreck of a van. Oh, we're going to duck underneath here. That's what we want to see now. Make sure there is no gaps. So I wondered why that just like slid across the road, but they're out. That's a DNFing van, so they've got no control over where the carcass goes. Come on, can this... It's really half a van. That's all I've got left. Can half a van fend off from Scotty in this final corner? Now, I do not want to give up any space on the inside. I know there was Ninetales' wreck there. Come on. It's going to be the run to the finish line. There is a van heading towards us. It murdered Scotty. Victory for the half van. Oh, we worked super hard on that one to get up. Bumpy might have got fastest lap back. Oh no, Liam 35.8 got fastest lap, but a long way back. Yeah, we had to really... Oh, Beggar's fallen over and broken. Liam's is a complete wreck. Stevie's has... Well, he's going to finish. Oh, is Liam actually going to make it to the finish line? Nope. Liam's out. Ladasaurus made sure Liam's van did not make it. Impega probably will make it, though, in all of that. Don't know if Ladasaurus is going to limp across the line. Oh, come on. Could my AI-controlled van... I think Scotty got wrecked. Scotty did. Oh, that's unlucky. That's desperately unlucky. Fantastic race. The vans are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. You get some really good racing with them. You can have plenty of fun crashes. Can be actually quite competitive in some of the classes. You can make them work. Yeah. A fun little DLC that included these. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.